Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. It's time for us to get back into playing some more Fire Emblem. It's been about a week. Last time we played, we got wiped out at Chapter 6 on Maniac Mode. It was a good effort. We tried pretty hard. But you know, sometimes you split your forces too thin, you miss a couple of good hits, you get hit by a couple of 30s and 40s, and that's how it goes. So now we're running this back, we're gonna try again. On hard mode, you know? We've only lost a couple of units, which is still embarrassing, but we still have all of our important units. It's gonna sting not having any flyers, but we can get by. We don't need Pegasus anyway. Pegasi are overrated. We don't need flying units here. So what we're gonna do, we'll weaken this guy. Wow, 41 damage. The damage numbers in this game are pretty high right off the bat. Like, doing 42 damage in one combat in the third chapter is what we call stat inflation, when the stat numbers are pumped to be really high as opposed to really low. You just... Normally in Fire Emblem, when you're at Chapter 3, you're probably doing at most like 20 or so damage unless you're like the pre-promote, like the Paladin already like high leveled and stuff, but like level 6 fighter doing like 42 damage in one strike, or in one combat, it's a little powerful. But you know, you just have to adapt to the numbers of the game. And then, I think I might have put Roy in a pretty bad spot, so I'm going to rescue chain him, so that he's not the one that is in immediate danger. Because we, above all else, we don't want our Lord to be the character who's right in the front lines, ready to get hit by like 5 people at once. Because, you know, that's a pretty good way to get a game over immediately. So we'll position like this. Just clump as a ball, you know? Group up together and let the enemy come to us. Like, look at that. Marcus took 16 damage off of one soldier. Soldiers aren't supposed to be strong, but in this mod, you give anyone a steel lance, they're gonna do a lot of damage to you. Steel weapons are just a nightmare. Oh, look at that. Roy already took half his HP from the 3-range archers. So if you're familiar with Fire Emblem, and I mention this every time because, you know, not everyone knows this, you can tell that this game looks a little different from the regular Fire Emblem 6, the regular Binding Blade. This is actually a ROM hack called Project Ember, which serves to make the game a little bit more balanced or more in line with the other Game Boy Advance games. There's a couple of things that the original Binding Blade did a little differently that some people weren't too fond of, so this game serves to make it more in line with Fire Emblem 7 and 8, the Blazing Blade and Sacred Stones. And also just serves to make it look better in general, because the original Fire Emblem 6 didn't look as smooth as this did. It still looked good, but this is updated. So yeah, enemies are a lot stronger. You can see here, like, these enemies aren't pushovers anymore. 23 attack, 19 attack. Like, if you compare them to our own units, like, this guy has 14 strength, 21, 14, like, the numbers on the enemy are a lot higher. Obviously because we're playing on hard mode too, but it's something that we have to watch out for. We can't just play this like a regular Fire Emblem and expect to juggernaut our way through everything, as one does. And that's just kind of why I picked this Fire Emblem play after playing through Blazing Blade and Path of Radiance, because those are some of the easier Fire Emblem games, but Fire Emblem 6, that's what turns the boys into men. That's what turns the fledgling tacticians into the famed geniuses. That's where we have to really be careful about what we're doing. We have to send a pre-promote to do everything for us. Like here, we could send Wade to do... Do I want to send him? We don't have enough movement. We have to take out this guy. So we'll use Wolt. What's up, Lucianus? What's poppin'? Always good to see another famed tactician enter my chat room. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. I'm gonna send Wade over here to do way more than this guy's health bar has. Look at that. Being able to take out enemy units in one combat is really huge for early game Fire Emblem. Or at the very least, if you can't do that, you at least want to be able to weaken units for your other characters to take care of. We'll do this. Alan, how much damage do you do? 14 times 2, 28. So we can soften him up with a javelin. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Before the stream, I actually, like, I finished work with the Academy at around... It's 5:36 right now, and I finished work at 1:30 without having to leave the house. So, after work, I didn't get any sleep last night, so I hung around some streams for a bit, and then I went to bed and passed out, and it was really hard for me to get back up. So I had to, like, rush to get the stream set up and make sure everything was set correctly for this aspect ratio, and just... Oh... I speedran that. And OBS had an update. Really have to make sure that you have all that stuff prepared and ready before, like... Not like 30 minutes before you stream, because otherwise... You're, you're gonna get caught with your pants down. Yeah, it was... I did it, though. I managed to post up everything everywhere, so... We're good, we're good. Let's see. So Alan here does 18 damage, or 11 damage. Can Marcus do enough? Why is this guy so strong? Here's what we'll do. These guys both have lances? No, lance and sword, so we need to use a sword for this. Silver lance. Yeah, it does... You need to make sure. 9 defense. He has an iron sword, so 18, 18. So Marcus should live this because of weapon triangle advantage. You know, just win rock, paper, scissors, and you just win every fight. So we can just send these two over here. 78. That is not odds that I like to play around with, but we're gonna play around with it anyway because I'm a risk taker. You know, sometimes nothing ventured, nothing I hate this game. You know, sometimes you just have to deal with the 0%, the only HP level up. Sometimes that's just what the game wants to throw at you at any given time, and you just have to roll with that, you know? This game, as with like most Fire Emblem ROM hacks, a lot of times people like to make sure that your game is beatable at what they call 0% growths, or playing the game but every level up you don't get any stat ups. And I think that's interesting. And I know that this game is beatable with 0% growth because people do that all the time just to like prove a point. But man, does it feel bad to get a level up where you only get HP. It's very sad. Right, we can just form a wall here. And we can put Boris up here. I think this should be fine. And we can go to the next turn. And we get a cutscene, see who the actual boss of the map is, and just let the enemies come to us. That's really what this is about. Being aggressive is important too, but with how our forces are, we don't have too many strong units to be able to play as aggressive as I'd like to play. So we just let these guys run to us. Oh wait, I didn't heal Diak yet. You should be fine though, yeah, we're good. And then we just... Now we go on our offensive. Heal him up. Actually, do I have enough units to do this? Oh wait, Diak has an Armor Slayer. So, this guy's a knight, so... Actually, I don't even... Yeah, I'll do that. 24 damage with that weapon. So what is this exactly? How does the game change with Project Ember? So, good question. So, the biggest changes, aside from like the visual changes, one of the big things in the original Fire Emblem 6 is that a lot of times when you would deal with enemy ambushes, that's like one of the big things that was changed here. Normally in Fire Emblem 6 when enemies spawn, like enemy reinforcements spawn, they spawn and immediately move. They call this same turn reinforcements, and a lot of Fire Emblem players think that this is sort of like an unfair thing. Like, if you're playing a map for the first time and you don't know where the ambush spawns are, then it basically forces you to reset if you don't want to lose any units. So that's like the big thing that got changed here, is that instead of giving you like same turn reinforcements where you get ambushed and then you just lose a guy, they made the enemy reinforcements stronger, but at the trade-off of them not immediately moving. So the big thing is that you can like more easily plan around what the enemy, where the enemy spawn and stuff. So this is more about taking the time to think about essentially what's going on around the map, and not immediately just you place a unit in the wrong spot and then you have to reset because the unit dies. Not that that matters to me too much anyway, because I'm doing an Iron Man run, and What an Iron Man run basically is, if a unit dies, and we're not resetting for anything. So, if I lose a unit, I lose a unit. If my main character dies, that's a game over, and the run is over. That happened last stream. I got to the 6th chapter of the game, which there's 24 chapters total, give or take some side quests. And yeah, I didn't get very far because I was playing on the hardest difficulty. Oh wow, Roy almost got one shot there. I should probably keep a closer eye on that. But yeah, aside from that, there were a lot of visual changes, and I think some maps got overhauled, so some maps that felt a little slow or a little bit, like, gimmicky, I think, from what I've heard at least, were changed around so that they're more engaging. Or at least maybe in the opinion of the developer. However, in my opinion, I should get Roy out of there so that he doesn't explode. We'll do this. Wade is putting in a lot of work, but ooh, wait, I should check the mathematics here. 6 damage, 18, uh-oh. So here's what we have to do then. Iron Sword. Oh, this is kind of bad, actually. Wait, we can do this. If we rescue and run the heck away, we can put Diak up here, bait that Axeman out, and we'll be fine now. Yeah. Sometimes you do moves that are a little bit riskier than you realize they are until you actually do them. So we're going to heal Roy up. Let's see. And there we go. That's the positioning we want. Yeah, and also, I don't know if this is the case in the original Fire Emblem 6 hard mode, because I've only played Fire Emblem 6 on the original normal difficulty, but enemies hit way harder in this. Like, last time I played, when I was on the previous chapter, I lost one of my units because I wasn't paying attention to an enemy that was on the map, and my unit was at full HP. And the guy just walked up to that unit and one-shot her, did all 19 of her HP in one hit, and I was like, you know what, I didn't need a flyer anyway. That's cool. So, yeah, the game is very punishing, but, like, it's punishing in the sense that if you're not paying attention, you will lose because you're not paying attention. If your eyes are open and you're, like, thinking more carefully about what you're doing, most of those situations will be avoided, but you just have to be aware. You have to be kind of awake. And my thing is that I kind of play really fast, because it's just like, I don't know how I am as a person. So if you're playing like fast and not like paying attention to everything on the map, you really do feel that punishment. Let's see, Roy here. If I put Roy here, let's see, he does 10 damage on a swing. I can do this. Diak, 16. He's gonna do 26, that's 6 damage, and then Roy can finish him off. That's fine. So we will use Iron Sword here. Get a double attack. Ooh, and he dodges, which is nice. Yeah, more so than any other like Fire Emblem I've really played, avoiding the counterattack is huge for like positioning. Yeah. I've done that too. Like, sometimes you just accidentally end your turn early, or like you forget to move a unit that you meant to move because they were in like range of like getting attacked, and then you just explode. And yeah, let's go! Good to see you here, Seer. Oh, jeez. Looks like I just put Roy in range of 2 units. Again. Can I meat shield? Can I draw with Merlinus? Or did I just lose? Let's see. Please attack Merlinus. I think I might have just wiped. Oh, the javelin doesn't do that much damage. Yeah, I need to be more aware of these things, because that's bad. How is Iron Man Take 2 going so far? Roy's almost died 3 times so far. But Roy hasn't died yet, so it's going fine. We haven't lost anyone yet. Almost dead isn't the same thing as exactly dead. You know, just like almost Christmas doesn't mean it wasn't Christmas. That was too close. He had 3 HP left. But let's press onwards. Let us... If I do this... No. He emphasizes yet. Yeah, if I put Roy over here, that mage explodes him, so we don't want to do that. Does he have a javelin? No. So we can do this. We need a vulnerary. Who has vulneraries? Boris has vulneraries. Let's trade over here. So I have an idea, and I'm trying to feed Roy as much experience as possible because he's a main character. So, you know, you want him to have as much experience as possible. You want him to be able to get strong fast so he has a less chance of dying. But man, is it easy for him to die early on. Let's see this level up, though. Let's see this godlike level up. Oh, strength, speed, and luck and HP. That's a pretty good level up. I'd like for some defensive stats to get increased too, but we'll take what we can get. And this guy here has a javelin, so who will we use to take care of him? Wade? Oh, no, I don't have a hand axe anymore. Yeah, we appreciate the good level ups, the god level ups. We also appreciate being able to do damage to things, which is not happening right now. Iron sword, that's... So let's see here. If I take Diak here, he takes 4 damage. Okay, he's not gonna die. Yeah, Diak is very strong. And we have these horsemen coming up here, but we have sort of some breathing room now. This is what we're gonna do. We're going to use our vulneraries, heal up. Actually, wait, let's see. These guys all have swords, so we can sort of hold the fort down here with Lance and Alan. These guys both are at pretty much full HP. Don't like the Diak... Yeah, I don't want to let Diak die this time. That was embarrassing that he died to like the 40% hit. Like 3 40% hits in a row killed him, and I was like, statistically it's possible, but it wasn't as probable as the reverse happening, so I don't appreciate that happening. Alright, we're gonna vulnerate here. Let Marcus take the forefront and bait in that Armor Knight. And we'll just keep our calves here. And we can let Chad stay in the back too. I think he can get some extra supplementary damage in here. So, that's our turn. Let's see. Oh, Marcus doesn't do any damage. God. Yeah, like, seeing these Armor Knights actually have a defense stat is just jarring. That, like, it's possible for Marcus to not do any damage to them. Alright, well. That chip damage is very nice. Galaxy Brain. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I try. Alan, I think, can kill that guy on his own. And then Lance can get this guy. If he gets hit, I'll be sad. Okay. Avoid the 41%. And then Alan. It's like, with this Iron Man, I've, like, traded off some units to have other units present instead. Okay, this is good, this is good. Wait, is it good? 5 to 20... Okay, yeah, there's nothing that kills him here. There's nothing that kills Chad here. Oh, that's not great, though. He has a 60% hit rate. Oh, we are going to wait next turn. That's a little too risky for my tastes. Alright, so Wade... Oh, wait, we have a hammer? So I'm gonna do some home improvement on this guy. Let's see what we get here. I'll take a defense level up. I'll take a point of defense. Extra survivability is always worth it. If not extra survivability, then extra damage. Okay, this guy's a steel sword, so Roy does a lot of damage here. Takes a lot of damage, but there's nothing else threatening right now, so we can make this move. We're allowed to do this. We have Diak and Marcus waiting. And we get the dodge, at least, finally. Finally, a positive dodge. And Marcus here. Javelin, 5 damage. We can get 3 damage. That's not bad. And then Diak here also takes 3 damage. We'll just Iron Blade it. Ooh, and we get the crit! There's something so satisfying about that sound effect. Let's see, this guy, I don't know if he's gonna move. We can pull out some more units with Marcus, I think. Let's see. Vulnerate. We'll look up the Javelin and then we'll Vulnerate just so we can retaliate. And then... Let's see, who's left? Just these guys. Not too many people in danger. I might as well just heal for the experience, though. Get that extra stat EXP. And a level up. I don't think it's going to be anything great, though. Ooh, magic. More healing. More magic means more HP healed, which, you know, That's always good. Alright, let's see what the enemy turn is like. Yep. Marcus gets some extra chip damage there. He should be in, get killed by Roy next turn. And, nice. Chad gets that damage out. So, yeah, you can see, like, for the enemy here, like I talked about earlier, if this was the original Fire Emblem 6, these enemies would have both spawned and moved at the same time. I'm pretty sure, at the very least. At the very least, there are some instances where reinforcements do that, but in this game, it's completely removed, which is a blessing. This is level 5, level 4. Let's get this. Let's get Lance a level up. Let's see what stats he gets. The Green Christmas Cavalier. Ooh, strength and skill. He already has a speed stat of 12, which is pretty nice. So it's really good to see that he's getting, even more speed. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's just move him here. This is just to get through things faster. If you need to get to this house here to get a new character, and we should get him soon. Wolt can pick this guy off. Ooh, very easily. That 3-range arrow, very, very nice. Let's see what Wolt does. Ooh, Wolt gets the trinity of offensive stats: speed, skill, and strength. You love to see it. You love to see it. We love to have our 3-range archer get even more offensive. And let's see, Roy's over there. I think I should be able to do this. Yeah, that guy has a 29% hit chance anyway. So we take care of him. And then this Armor Knight here has a Steel Lance, 20 damage, which means he does a lot of damage to Roy. He's just gonna do like 6, 7, 8, or 6, 4, so it's gonna be 16 damage. It doesn't kill Roy, but I would always prefer not to let that happen. Thank you for the bits, Siren. Thank you, Seer. I appreciate it. Hey! Do some extra damage here. And we're just gonna press on forward. There's a chest in the bottom area that we need to get to. And that's basically gonna be DX thing. He's gonna take that Armor Slayer and cut those knights in half like a 1000 degrees Celsius knife cuts through just about anything. And let's see. Yeah, we've whittled down the enemy forces so much that there pretty much isn't an enemy force, much of an enemy force to be taking turns at this point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. We are going to now take the rest of our forces that have fallen behind and have them catch up. There's kind of a choke point here, so what we're going to do, these guys here, Javelin, Steel Sword, let's see what we can do here. There's some choices that we have to make. First, we have to let everyone else catch up. Let me just see something. He has full HP, so we can do this. Rescue. Just to optimize the distance that we get here. Take our healer further forward. If I do this with Roy, he gets the kill. This archer can't reach, and neither of these guys have... Oh, this guy has range. 13. 13 to 4 is 9. But Roy should live this regardless. Ouch. We do this. And you know what? Actually, I'm going to play it really safe here. Because I don't want to risk things when I have the means and the time to not need to risk it. So we'll slide Roy into the back there. And then here, we can put Diek over here. And he has an elixir, so that's fine. I'm gonna equip the Armor Slayer, pop the elixir, and wait for the next turn. I don't trust that like the archer and that knight together won't do a lot of damage. Oh wait, 15 to... I guess I could always just like, you know, look at their stats first. 21 to 11. So he takes 10, 11, 12 damage, plus... Yeah, he would have taken quite a bit of damage. He would have been low, but he wouldn't have been dead. And he just dodged anyway, because, you know, he's just fast. He's slippery like that, you know? He's a slippery little guy. And he's just dodging everything. You know, a much better performance than he had last playthrough. Oh, the javelin broke. That's disappointing. We're running really low on ranged weapons, which is something I'd prefer to not run low on. But we are getting Lu soon, which his entire existence is a ranged weapon. Not as ranged as Volt, but you know, the more people I can pick off at 2 or 3 range, the better. So then let's take this. Let's move Marcus out of the way. Wait, let's see. Roy has 11 HP. Ranged is for cowards? You're right. But you know what? In some ways, when it's a ranged versus a ranged, it's like melee combat from a distance. I think that's how that works, you know? It's like you're on equal footing. You're just meleeing with a big space in between each other. Pretty sure that's how it works. I'm not going to take any arguments. Alright, let's see this next level up. Can we get that Trinity? Wow. I don't like that. Alright, so... we take the hammer to this guy. You're not an armor knight, but you still will fold because the hammer does more damage than an iron axe. And... we'll just keep on going forward. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Is that archer gonna move? I think he might just stay there. He just camps there. What a loser! He just camps that space until we get close. What is this, Call of Duty? Apex Legends? PUBG? Just camping in this little hole you have here until I get close enough for you to hit me? Mom said it's my turn on the Xbox, kid. And Deke takes out that general with no problem. Just one shots up with an armor slayer. Gets the skill and speed level up, so he is guaranteed to continually be doubling things. And then we have to deal with these guys. Does this guy have a javelin? Yes. So steel sword, javelin. I need to see the damage that's done here. 14. Okay. I think we can use Boris for this section. Though something tells me that Roy might pull javelin aggro. So we're gonna do this. Put Alan over here. And then we'll just move upwards some more. Heal some people. And we're pretty close to the end of the chapter. That was pretty fast. Oh, wait. It's already been 30 minutes. And, you know, that's usually fast for, like, late game Fire Emblem chapters, but this is the 3rd chapter of the game. Alright, let's see. Look at that. 16 on one swing. Ugh. I dislike you. Ouch. So now, there's no more horses. There's no more cavalry reinforcements. So let's clear the way here. Give Royce some more EXP, give Royce some more love. And then the victory music starts playing because we have enough enemies killed. You always love hearing that, that's always a good sign. It's a very refreshing track to hear after a long, grueling chapter. But you know, we didn't lose any units this time. So I'd say we're on a good track here. Go over here. Go through here. Let me see something. Wait, I can just move more or less here, and then next turn, Lu can take out the boss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. That archer's kind of just gonna sit there, and we need Chad to get over here so he can open those chests. So we're going to do some rescue shenanigans. Take, drop, and keep people out of range. And let's continue. That archer is still not gonna move. He's so lame. Oh, what a loser. Okay, so we need to do 10 damage. Well, can you do 10 damage? You can do 0 damage. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Wait, how do you do against this guy? He one-shots him, which is pretty funny. But I want Lu to get a full level up here. I want him to get a grown man's level up. The archer just wants to collect his paycheck and go home. You're so right. That's exactly what it is. He is not involving himself in any business that he does not need to involve himself with. He's just staying in his little corner. He's like, oh, hey, someone's in range. Let me just get a little pop-off. And then like, huh? No one's in range? Not my problem. That's above my pay grade. And you know what? I respect that. I can respect that. And now let's get Lou his level up here. We'll use the Fire Tome. It's more accurate, I think. I wasn't actually looking at the accuracy ratings, but let's see. Full one. Oh, not a full level up? Are you serious? We're gonna wait the extra turn. Actually, we do have to wait the extra turns because we still need to collect our chests here. So we'll go down here. And no one else is in range aside from Marcus. he doesn't even take damage. He just shrugs it off. Blue is going to set this guy on fire. Can't attack me when you're at close combat. It's like that old saying goes. If I was in a fight with someone who had a gun, I would simply walk up to the man with a gun and disarm him. Therefore, he would no longer have a gun, and I would win. And that's exactly what we did there. He had his archer. He had his archer gun. We just walked up to him. What is he gonna do? Not hit me? Absolute foolishness. All right, we got a halberd too. That's gonna be useful for the next chapter. There's gonna be a lot of horses next chapter, and that lets us do extra damage to anyone that's mounted. All right. So now we're on chapter 4, catching up to where we ended the last session at, which is nice. Hector is dead. Anyway, whoever that guy was. No spells were cast. Yeah, that's basically what close range magic is. Like far range magic is just him throwing the book at you. Close range magic is just him bashing you in the face with the tome. Alright, let's use Marcus to get this. What are you gonna do? Just shoot me? Guy who was shot. I feel that. Why do we get a door key? I forget. Oh, is that for next chapter? I think so. Alright. So the whole deal with this chapter is that it's huge. It's a huge open field. And like, everyone can reach everything in this chapter. So let's just make sure. This is the spot here that we want to be at. That I need to rescue drop Volt 2. He couldn't live just long enough to collect his paycheck. Yeah, we can do this. My strats are insane. We put him here. And suddenly, no one is in range. You better watch out. You better watch out. You better watch out. You better watch out. Christmas can't come soon enough again. God, I say that, but it feels like Christmas was simultaneously so close and also so far away. We're almost at the halfway point of the year already, which is jarring, to say the least. Alright, we can do this. I don't think there's too much pressure on the brigands to get to this bottom village. We should be able to reach there after we bait people out. I'm glad you like that, Seer. Yeah, we take these guys here, and we engage in melee ranged warfare. Ah, God! Oh, God! And now, we fight. Will you fight, or will you perish like a dog? Let's see. This guy has an axe, and that guy has a lance, so we're gonna take Wade over here. Iron axe doesn't do enough, but we have the Chad, who picked up a halberd, which will allow Wade to one-shot this guy. Effective weaponry, go! 40 damage is so funny to see this early on. There's no reason for damage to be this ludicrous. 29 damage from Roy immediately. Just pop this guy. Pop this guy like the blister he is. Just letting them come to us on enemy phase instead of having to come to them. Alright, and then Marcus? Balloon horse? He just pops, he like takes the tip of the rapier, just pops the horse, and then it just flies away. Like, you hear the helium escaping. Just pop him. Halberd, I don't know, that one is more just like if you took a balloon and just you hit it with an axe, which I guess would also pop it, but like, it wouldn't be as satisfying as taking the tip of a rapier. It's like two different experiences. I just walked on water. You know, speaking of axes and cutting things with them, I remember a while ago we couldn't find the box opener, and we got a package, and the only sharp tool we had was our camping hatchet. And I will say, there really is a different energy when it comes to opening your package with a box opener and using a survival hatchet to cut your box open. It works! It works pretty well, I'll be honest. Like, there wasn't anything wrong with it, but it certainly is a different experience. You guys don't keep hatchets in your room? You guys just don't have survival axes laying around? I thought everyone did. You know? Sometimes you go camping and you need to cut things, you need to chop branches, and you just use your hatchet. Eh. Well, you see, and I didn't have my keys in me, I was in my room. I already put the keys in the tray that I put keys in. So why would I have my keys on me in my bedroom? You know? I think this might have been not the greatest choice of actions. Let me see. Oh, never mind. 100% accuracy. Or less like a madman and just use a knife. But you see, we brought the package to our room. And at that point, the only sharp tool we had was... the only sharp tool we had was the hatchet. We could have left our room and picked up the knife or a box opener to use your legs to get your geriatric. Come on! If I have a suitable enough tool, why would I take the extra time to not be a caveman? Haha, Merlin, this was the bait, idiot! He respawns unlike every other unit in this Iron Man! Alright, if it rains, I'm gonna cry. Excuses. You are right, they are excuses. But I'm not wrong. Alright, there's that bandit. There's a lot of cutscenes. You know, there's a story to this game, but I'll be honest. I don't think we need to read it. We get our steel blade. And we take Marcus through this side. He's gonna go through the left side. We can heal, I think. No, we already healed. So now we don't have too many units to worry about here. Blue can get some extra EXP with his Air Caliber. You know, everything could be considered weak to Air Caliber if they die to it, right? I'm glad you love my streams. I'm glad you like my commentary on the proper tool of use in opening boxes. Let's take this. Oh, he takes a lot of damage here. Ow. 9 damage. Imagine me reading stories. I mean, think about it. I'm playing Doom as well. And have I stopped to pay attention to a single cutscene? No! I don't know how to read. Alright, I do need to know, however, how to kill this guy in a timely manner. 12 damage. Let's do the math here. Let's crunch the numbers. So, Lance has 12 speed to this guy's 8 speed, but he has 9 constitution, and the steel sword has 10. So he's not able to double with this weapon here, which is very disappointing. I hate this game so much. Do I have a javelin in... I have literally nothing in my merch. This is disappointing. Here's what we can do. When you stopped... Yeah, when I actually took the time to listen to a lore clip, it was just absolutely unheard of. Let's see, I can... Oh, this is gonna suck. But the way I have to go about this is a little convoluted, but we can do this. Alright. And we take this guy out. I do not have Kanto, which is kind of scary. Okay. Is someone dead? Very possibly so. Very, very, very possibly so. I hope Eric doesn't immediately charge me this turn. That would be unfortunate. I think one unit will die if that happens. I think boards might be dead at this point, but let's hope that this is not the case, and let us go downwards. I can do this, actually. If I put Merlinus in range, I think Eric is going to prioritize the little merchant man. Yes! And he dodges because he's... Oh. Oh, no! You'll respawn next chapter anyway. But the goal was to keep Lance safe, because Lance doesn't respawn. And you know, that is how we do things here. That's how we make our big brain plays. Oh god! This is very terrifying. This entire setup here. Okay, so what we can do... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So. We need to kill this Armor Knight first. That is the first thing that we need to do. We can't reach the Armor Knight with anyone but Wade. And Wade can get reached by Rucker, but he only with the Wind Edge. Wait, let's do this. Oh, wait a second. Armor Slayer. This is such a, like, sticky situation. Because we need to get to Rucker here. Oh, this is gonna be hard. Let's see. What can we do here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roy is the only one who can actually reach Eric. Let's do this. Let's take this guy out first. Can he reach? No. Eric has a javelin and a silver sword. We can do some rescue drop shenanigans here, I think. We can't double him, though. Can I get him with the... This is gonna be pretty bad. We need a backup. We need to play out here. And then we cannot take him, but the javelin should be fine. Drop. And we just need to basically play this part very defensively. I think Roy gets one shot by Eric, which is pretty bad. Would not be the greatest outcome for him to get hit by a silver sword. This is, yeah, that's 26 damage, which doesn't kill Roy, but it does quite a bit of damage to him. And let's see. Yeah, we just need to put Diek up here. So the guy holding can't reach. And then, oh wait, but Lance is in danger now. How do we get out of the situation? Let me see. 11 damage, so 21 damage. No one else can reach Roy from that distance, though. So we can do this. This should be fine. Wait. 7 defense. We need to cover all of our bases here. So we need to also cover the spot here. And this should have us safe. Let me see. Rucker can reach here. Marcus will need to be equipped with the sword for this one. And Chad explodes on impact. Wait, let's see. 26 to 5. This is really bad, actually. Chad is also in lethal danger. And if my thief dies, that's really not good. We're gonna put him in this forest here. Okay, he still can't reach. Oh god, but Chlorine... Oh, these are all really bad situations. What other strategy games do I like? I'm a big fan of the Final Fantasy Tactics series. That's another good strategy game series. I think I actually do plan on playing at some point soon. Oh god! The original Final Fantasy Tactics. I've never played it before. Oh wow, she got doubled. I have Chlorine, so that's fine. What other strategy games do I like? I used to be a big fan of Nippon Ichi games, like Disgaea and Phantom Brave and all those games. But I haven't really played any of that series recently. I'm also a big fan of Civilization on the non-Japanese side. Civilization's a really fun series. Or I guess I can't really say series, it's the only one I've played a lot is Civ 5. But those are some of my other favorite ones. Alright, we're gonna rescue, and we're gonna back up a little bit here. Take this, drop this, and now we just have to deal with this guy here, which we can do by hitting him with a bunch of dudes. Let's get our iron bow. We'll just chip this guy out. This is 12 damage to Lou, which is a little scary. How does Diek do here? 10 damage, 6 damage. Boars? He takes 8 damage. This is tricky. Wow, Eric doubles him. I do burn quite a few brain cells. This run is going significantly worse than the last one. Let's see. If I do this. God, this is so much worse. How am I having a harder time with this than the Maniac Mode playthrough? Like, the Maniac Mode playthrough, at the very least, I wasn't, like, struggling here. This is so bad. And I don't think it was because I didn't have Shauna or... What is it? Lot? This is just... I think... it must have been the use of the Halberd, because Halberd does so much damage. Let me see if Roy can reach this pirate. A lot of these situations here, I'm always short by, like, 1 tile. Which is very disappointing. 11 speed to 13 speed, okay. Lance, are you equipped with the lance right now? Sword. So 8 HP to 17. 81 hit to 28 avoid, plus weapon triangle. I think Lance should be fine. Let's worry about this area now. Alright, so... Roy. Rapier. If he gets hit, I am going to be upset. This is 36% hit. There we go. And that's a pretty nice level up. Roy's gonna have a hard time hitting things if he doesn't get any more speed level ups soon, though, or skill level ups. That's a little scary. Alright, we get this. And let's see, Rucker. I trust him to not get hit by this 29% hit. If he gets hit by that 29%, I will be upset. Oh, but he can just crit anyway. Haha. We just win by critting. I think the Myrmidons are the only ones who can use Wind Edge. Yeah. It's a little disappointing. But we have Axe and Lance here, so the best use would be to have a Lance user, but we do not have one. Can't get hit if your opponent's at exactly. If we kill them, they can't kill us. You know? It's like a wise man once said, in this world, it's kill or be killed. John Undertale. Oh god. But they are going to or killed me. God. I'm gonna lose Alan again. Not like this. Lance is still alive, just with 2 HP. Alan is still alive, but he's gonna get hit. He's gonna get turned into a pincushion. Like so. That's fine. Ow, Roy just took 24 or 12 damage. Alright, this is not as bad as it could be, though. We're gonna use our heal staff here. And we... Alan... I don't know if that one works. Alben? Bean? That's kind of a stretch. But I like the effort. I appreciate the effort, you know? Sometimes you just gotta try hard to get those good puns out. And sometimes you come out with a couple of duds. And that's okay. We're all trying here. I think. I think we're trying. Let's use that knife. Ooh, big experience points. Let's see. Beef level ups don't matter too much, I guess, aside from like skill and or speed and luck, to avoid getting hit by things. But you know, I'm not gonna say no to a nice level up. I'm entitled to my... Maybe it just went over my head. Maybe it was the greatest pun, and I just don't understand it. You know, that happens sometimes, and I'm fully able to admit whether or not I'm wrong. I'm also able to admit that this guy no longer is left in this world. Boom. Air Caliber. Alright, so we have 3 more units to take care of here, and I have 4 units lined up that can reach. So let's just bonk this guy on the head. A gentleman. I try my best, you know? Sometimes it's important to be gentlemanly. Also important to stab a guy when you know that he's gonna mess you up. So Roy is not in danger either, which is good. And then here, Rutger will just crit someone. I said Rucker is gonna crit someone. Where's the crits? Alright, and this guy's not gonna move, I don't think. But I'm also paranoid, so... we're gonna rescue drop just in case I'm wrong. There's no reason for a boss on the throne to ever move. But if they do, and that happens to me, I don't want to have to admit that I'm wrong by dying. Yeah, I think I learned the one does not simply ask for crits during my Path of Radiance playthrough. Every time I got all of, like, the unintentional crits, and then every time I wanted a crit, I never got them. That's just how it is. Alright, I can just save the villages by not letting any of these pirates through. I think that's how we're gonna do this. And we're gonna do this by killing him with fire. Kill it with fire, kill it with fire. Alright. And we're probably gonna take care of the boss with Diak because, you know, Halberd will break that man's spine in half. I don't essentially understand why the Halberd was the weapon of choice for effective against, like, cavalry. I guess because they're longer axes, so, like, you'd be able to, like, yeet the guy who's on the horse off the horse with the axe. Because Halberds are like pole arms, kinda, right? Like, I guess that makes sense. I guess it also makes sense for me to use my wind edge in this case here. Because otherwise, Rucker would explode. Alright, and then here we're gonna heal. Wonder why it was a halberd. I guess halberds are a pretty commonly known axe, as opposed to like other long axe-like weapons like the bardish, or the I think that's the only one that came to my mind aside from the halberd. Polearms are cool though, but it's like, where do you draw the line between a polearm being a polearm, like a lance, or an axe? Like, what's that distinction? Like, how long does the handle have to be for it to just be a lance instead of an axe? Because I usually, before I played Fire Emblem, I played a lot of Dynasty Warriors, and it was to my understanding that a halberd was like a spear, or like a lance polearm thing, and not an axe. But Dynasty Warriors says otherwise, or Fire Emblem says otherwise. So it's interesting to see, like, is it like an opinion thing? Or like, is there like an official, like, Axemen's Society of Axes that... I'm sad. You know, I probably deserve that, though. We don't need mages anyway. Mages are overrated. I absolutely detest you and all that you stand for. I am going to break you in half right now. Let me just get healing. I forgot that there were enemies down there. So yeah, this might be going a little worse than the last one. Despite it being on an easier difficulty. The coldest man on Earth. It's what they call a cope. You know, sometimes you have to cope with your loss by saying that the loss wasn't a big deal. How does Roy do against this guy? 12 damage, but he explodes if he misses. Okay. 24 damage. We're just gonna use Diak. In my heart, I'm hurt by every single one of my losses. But I have to play it cool. I have to play like everything was planned out, like the calculating master tactician that I am. And like that, you know? We get the kills. We send a horseman far, far away. What weapon does this armor knight use? Lances? We're gonna send Tamalin Home Improvement with the hammer towards this guy. And here, I guess we just wait for the pirates to come. Actually, no, that seems like a bad idea. We'll let Chad be in range. And that's about it. Actually, it looks like Marx is going to get hit because he can't retaliate. But we're pretty much at the end here. I really can't believe that that is, like, how I lost the character. Like, pretty much every threat has been cleared off the map, and that is what does a unit in. Just not paying attention in the slightest. Somewhat embarrassing. Only mildly. Ooh, Chad does still take damage. I guess because he could take more damage. Like, I have a hard time figuring out, like, what the AI prioritizes between if they can do more damage to a unit, or if they can deal without getting a retaliation. I know those are like the two big factors. Can I get hit if I hit you back, or can I kill you if I hit you? I think that's how the AI decides things. This is how I decide things. Boing! Boing! And then... God, he did so much EXP. You know, sometimes you just need to thin out your ranks, you know? Oh! Welcome, Talos! You're here. Thank you for the raid. I hope you guys are having a good day. You're catching me in a very similar position to last time, except this time I'm not brutally in pain, dying. And we are retrying Fire Emblem on an easier difficulty. Despite the easier difficulty, I might be having just as hard of a time. What were you guys up to just earlier? Maniac was too much. I did end up dying on Chapter 6. You know, sometimes you gotta know when to call it quits, you know? You gotta know when to throw in the towel. You gotta know when it is that you've been bested. And I think I knew when I was bested. So what were you guys up to in your stream? What were you doing before coming here? Want to take the much smaller towel? Yes! Oh, Tomb Raider! I haven't really played much of the Tomb Raider series. I know, like, they did, like, big reboots to it, like, way back when, and, like... I don't remember what Tomb Raider was exactly, but, like, I know that, like, they did a big shift in, like, character design and everything for that game, for the series. Let me just send all these to Merlinus. I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that we're at the end of the map here and there's nothing threatening. Oh, that was the big reboot game. Okay. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna buy some of these. Just want to be stocked up adequately because a lot of units have died holding items that I needed to have. So... Oh wait, everything got sent to Merlinus anyway. That's good. Even though he's dead, he can still hold the items for us. Thank goodness I didn't have to, like, toss anything for that. Okay, cool. And now we are on Chapter 5. The first one's great, the second one is grindy. Ah, it's grindy. Oh yeah, they have, like, stat-building level-up systems in those games, don't they? I like... All I remember about Tomb Raider was back when I was, like, a little kid and we got, like, those PlayStation 1 demo discs. And we had, like, a demo for the original Tomb Raider 1 in it. It's well-paced, that's good to hear. Have you played it before? Was it a blind playthrough, or was it just... you played it before and you wanted to replay it again? Sometimes, you know, you get those comfort games that you like replaying over and over again. Even if you're familiar with it. That's how I am with Fire Emblem. Because every playthrough can be different in this, you know? I played this game a ton of times, or this series a ton of times, but every playthrough is different. So you played it back when it came out in 2013? Okay. Munitelier. Yeah, Fire Emblem is definitely, like, my comfort series. I think I just have too much of a history with it ever since I first played it back in 2004. And just got really enamored with the series. I think after this, regardless of whether or not I fail, I'm planning out what, like, other strategy RPGs I want to play, because I was asked earlier, too, like, my favorite strategy games. I think what I'm going to do after this, regardless of if it takes me one video, or one stream, or a couple streams, that, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm probably going to do a blind playthrough of Final Fantasy Tactics, because I've played Tactics 1 and 2, but I've never played the original Tactics. Alright, I played Tactics Advance and Tactics Advance 2. So I want to, like, get to try out the original, because it gets talked up so much. And I gotta see what everyone's talking about, you know? Oh wait, what do I have in my inventory here? We need a merch, we gotta take some items here. Javelin and hand axe, gotta pass this stuff around. Alright, let's see how this goes. Can Wade double? Wade cannot double. Wade is so slow. Oh, yeah. That is how I was when I first started. Like, when I first got into the series, like, that's such a big thing with Fire Emblem, is that that's where a lot of the playtime comes in. Like, or I guess in Awakening and onwards, it's the case is that you just play on casual mode so that you don't have to worry about units, like, permanently dying. But, like, when you play these games, like, the Game Boy Advance games and the GameCube games and the Wii games, it's like, the way that the timer is extended on how long you play these games for is on how attached you are to your units and not wanting them to die. And that really is, like... I think it was a smart way for them to extend the lifetime of these games and how much time you spend on them. I'm so mad I missed that 86% chance. This game hates me. Chad, how do you do here? So now the question is this. 20, 20, weapon triangle. So I took 11 damage. I'm gonna get 2 hits here. 11 and 9, so I still have with 5 HP. Ooh. Tactics Advance 2 was a good game, though. Tactics Advance in general is such, like, it draws you in and you just get sucked into playing it forever, I feel. We can toss this hand axe over here. Let me... Oh, that guy has a sword? So this is kind of a sticky situation here. We're gonna put Diek over here with a iron sword. And there are a lot of enemies here. And we need one more unit to wall this off. Can we rescue boars? Okay, we have the aid to do so. Yes. We're gonna do this. Rescue. We are going to make a wall here. Rescue drop. And thus, our strategy is in place. And yeah, Sacred Stones was actually really nice because, like, it was like the first game to introduce, like, grinding. And man, that just makes, like, the barrier of entry to the series a lot more comfortable. Like, being able to grind in a Fire Emblem game was new. Or I guess not technically new because Fire Emblem 2 had grinding too. Yeah. The weapon triangle was at play. I believe the first game where the weapon triangle existed was actually Fire Emblem 4, Genealogy of the Holy War on the SNES. Do I want to become famous? No. Why would I want to become famous? I like being comfy here. I'm sorry, but you're not allowed here. Anyway. Let's see how this enemy phase goes. We're positioned in a way that Diek, the hero, is the only one really in range of getting hit by— oh god! Multiple things at once. Fame is overrated, right? Ooh, look at that level up though. Strength, defense, luck, HP. As long as no one in range can get to me, that's like the important— It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. If that mage moves, I'll be kind of upset. Next fucker who asked to want to be famous is getting slammed! That's what we're doing out here. That's what we're doing. Alright, so these brigands are coming, but we can just ignore them. There are so many enemies here. Like, I believe the proper thing is to just tank this out. Let's see. Oh, welcome to the classroom, the Gaming Elixir. I hope you enjoy your stay. I appreciate the follow. And I appreciate being able to whack these guys when good. Let's see. So this guy here, we need to take out with the Armor Slayer. Let's see, wait. Okay, we can rearrange this actually. We're gonna hand axe here. Get some supplementary damage here. Move Diek down here with the Iron Sword. No, wait. Put Rucker here with the Killing Edge. And you know what? We're gonna turn on animations just to appreciate this. I always like doing this for a little bit at a time because, you know, it makes the streams a little longer. No, it's alright. It's alright. I could give you a mod though, but I'll worry about that later. Let's do this. Bah, bah, bah. Cool backflip. The sprites are just so much better to look at compared to the original Fire Emblem 6. And, ooh, good level up. Half that entire column. And let's see. Or not half it, the left half of that screen just all went up. Let's do this here. Look at that. And like, the fact that they made and don't need no mods. I eventually should, but I don't think my chat is at a speed where I would need to mod anyone yet. Yes, the pixel art in this game is splendid. It's very good. Alright, let's see. Armor Slayer, I think, is what we'll use here. We need to get one more damage off him, though, so we're going to use Volt to do so. There we go. Yeah, I'm good for a while. Like, I'm not at the point where I get like 4 bots in a row to say want to become famous all at the same time. I've seen it happen. Randomly just 4 bots all at the same time, just like quadruple team your chat. And it's not a problem to deal with, but it just looks funny to see it show up that many times. Now the question is, Steel Axe, Hand Axe, Steel Sword. Roy has 27 HP. 22... So it's 18 minus 7, it's 11, it's 9 damage. And this guy here, 18 to 5. So Roy lives. Unless there's another guy who can reach. Nope, nope, we're good, we're good. We should be good here. We get the heal off. FF6? Ooh, that's a good one. Like, I assume you're talking about the boss and the enemy sprites. Final Fantasy did such a good job with, like, enemy sprites. And you could really see how that translated when it came to Octopath Traveler. I think like Octopath Traveler was like a really good like evolution of sprites of that style where like you have like very gigantic enemy sprites for no reason. And like your player sprites are like these like tiny guys. Like they're so small, like how are they so small? But yeah, Final Fantasy VI has really nice sprite work. Like Kefka, that sprite is like beautiful and like a lot of like the dragon bosses and stuff. I didn't play through all of Final Fantasy VI. I've only like watched people play through it. But yeah, the sprite art in that game is gorgeous. And it's really interesting to like see like the design choices there to like make the player sprites look really similar. Oh god! I didn't realize how far the mage could go. Yeah, Octopath's art style is so good. And the sound design in Octopath Traveler is really nice, too. The break meter? Like, when you mash that break button 5 times in a row, oh, you can feel yourself getting pumped up. I can't believe you just brought up Knights in the Nightmare, Reina. What the hell? Like, 3 people in the world have played that game, and I'm one of them, and I didn't even beat that game. I locked myself out of the true ending, and I gave up. But man, I love Knights in the Nightmare. That game was so unique. You know, that's an interesting strategy RPG that I could talk about and play. So, Knights in the Nightmare is a very, very, very interesting strategy RPG. If you think about the way, like, the isometric view of a strategy RPG like Final Fantasy Tactics, like, that's the way the game is presented. But the interesting thing about Knights in the Nightmare is that it's a genre, it's a mashup of 2 very, very strange genres. It was strategy RPG combined with bullet hell, which, first off, what kind of brain power do you need in order to create a system where you can mash up bullet hell with strategy RPG? That's the first thing when you know these guys were off the goop. But then, like, it was so creative. Like, basically there was no, like, enemy phase, player phase. It was just, you were this flying wisp, and you had to fly around while the enemies were continually shooting at you, and you had to move between units. Your units didn't have, like, an HP bar traditionally or anything, but you had to, like, dodge around. Atlas published it, actually. It was actually created by a company called Sting. Yeah. Top-down Nier... think of it... that's an interesting way to put it. I don't know if I'd say Nier Automata, because Nier Automata is, like, strategy game. Or not, is an action game. It's more like... I'm trying to think. It's very unique. I might show it off on stream one time, because it is a fascinating game. I don't know... I think it might be, like... Maybe I could do, like, streams where I, like, explore games that I think are interesting, but I wouldn't necessarily want to devote a full stream to. But I think there's a lot of games like that where I think, I want to share this game with people, but also, if I play through Knights in the Nightmare, that would be, like, probably, like, 10 streams of me just, like, motor-mouthing, like, a random stream of consciousness. Yeah, that's what it is. It's like Final Fantasy Tactics, but as you jump from unit to unit, you're also playing Toho. That's what it is. Like, you get points for grazing bullets, like, for narrowly dodging bullets. And, like, the more I talk about this game, the more I feel like it was, like, a meme. Like, the way you win isn't necessarily by, like, just killing monsters specifically, but, like, every time you would kill a monster, there would be, like, this checkbox, or this checklist in the bottom left corner, and you had to get, like, a bingo. You had to line up an entire row horizontally, vertically, diagonally in order to clear the fight. Oh my god, wait, this was a poor choice! Marcus, don't miss. Yeah, sometimes, I mean, it prevents the dead air, you know? Having that stream of consciousness. He has a hand axe. Merlinus meet shield time? Oh, wait, I think Marcus might just be dead. I think we just killed Marcus for free. I love that they had this, like, throwing animation, too. Like, they had to make that new. They couldn't actually, like, these never had a ranged animation like that. The ranged animation was only for magic swords, but they threw in this, like, dagger animation. Dodge. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. And then the archer's probably gonna go for Marcus. Dodge it, 67% dodge it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like a game spotlight. How many units do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, this is... It's still possible. This is still a... I have Diek still. So, like, I'm not gonna worry until I lose Diek. Last time we did this, I lost both Diek and Marcus in this chapter. That's good to hear. I think, because there's a lot of games that I want to share that are, like, really cool. But, like, they're really cool when you see them first, and then the novelty will wear off because, like, yeah, you see what it's like. And then, of course, for more people to share games that they're interested in, I think it's really a good idea to be able to put that spotlight on games that wouldn't get it necessarily. Let's see, Wolf's level 8, Roy's level 9. At this rate, with how many units I have, I need to spread out the EXP so that I don't only have, like, 2 good units. Because Knights of the Nightmare is one... Actually, the entirety of the series... So, Knights of the Nightmare was actually created by a company called Sting. And they made this series called Depth Heaven, which are, like... It was... The idea behind Depth Heaven was supposed to be a series of games where each game had more unique and innovative mechanics than the previous game. And other games in the series that you may have heard of were Riviera the Promised Land, which was on the Game Boy Advance, and Yggdra Union, which is also on the Game Boy Advance, and played a lot like Fire Emblem. And yeah, I feel that. Just being able to, like, talk about, like, your favorite games that might not be, like, quote-unquote great for streaming, but, like, you want to talk about them and you want to, like, show them off. Might be, like, a somewhat regular series I do. Maybe in between, like, beating games, like how I played Skyrim for, like, 4 streams and then I dropped it because I got too lost and couldn't focus on the story. But yeah, there's, like, just being able to share that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think the concept, like, Depth Heaven as a series was interesting because you had all these, like, games, like, for example, Yggdra Union was the second game in the series, and what it was it played like Fire Emblem, but it did some interesting things, like, your movement per turn, you could move any characters that you want per turn, but only a set amount. Like, everyone had a shared movement. Yeah, it was ported to the Switch, but it was Japanese exclusive, which has me very upset. And I think the interesting part of Yggdra Union was that when you fought a unit in combat like this, the position of your other units would base how many people would fight in a combat at once, which I thought was really cool to, like, make you have to pay more attention to your formation while also giving you limited movement. Like, it's that kind of, like... It's not, like, super different, but it experiments with the genre in a way that you don't really usually see too often. And the series, like, stopped, like, getting series updates after, I think, the technical 4th game in the series, but the game that was labeled as the 9th number in the series. Like, they thought this game was so creative that they had to label this Depth Heaven number 9. And that game was Gungnir. I didn't play it. The game was too convoluted for its own good. I really could not get into it. But I think I liked what it was going for, but I played it at a time where I had just gotten a PS Vita and bought Persona 4 Golden, and I was like, you know, I could learn the mechanics and intricacies of Gungnir, or I could just play Persona 4 Golden. Yes, yes, exactly. A shared movement is a guarantee. You just Juggernaut with one big unit and just have them, like, travel halfway across the map. Pretty much. But that's why it's interesting, because the most effective way to fight was to have your other units partnered up and, like, placed nearby that unit so that you'd get more damage off. It's like, even if you had one unit that you really liked, having it so that your other units were paired close to them was, like, a big thing. It's kind of similar, now that I think about it, to the dual strike system in Fire Emblem Awakening, where putting a unit next to an attacking unit... Oh, not Fire Emblem Awakening, Fates. Where having a unit next to another unit was, it let them follow up. Which I think was a cool, like, balance out to pair up. Okay, let's see. We're gonna put Deek in a forest. We're gonna put Wolt over here. We're gonna go to this village. Golden was really... I feel like Golden was a really good update to Persona 4. The amount they added, like... Because, I mean, you play Persona 3 and then you play Persona 3 Portable. And that was a pretty fun mix-up. But then, like, Golden just added so much. It added an extra month. It added an extra dungeon, which kind of was not that great of a dungeon. And they had, like, the third-tier Personas. If you want to get me hyped about anything in any game, just add a third tier of any upgrades. You know, Fire Emblem, Radiant Dawn has me super hyped because, you know, Path of Radiance, you had just the one promotion. Radiant Dawn, you got to promote a promoted unit, you know? It's like going Super Saiyan, you know? Goku's like, this is a Super Saiyan. And this is a Super Saiyan that's gone past Super Saiyan. And one day we'll get to go even further beyond that with a 4th tier promotion. I was hoping that would happen in 3 Houses, but, you know, the sheer volume of 3 Houses means that, like, I feel like I can't ask for too much. Alright, Killing Edge. This weapon's gonna break so soon. But not before I do the sick backflip. I haven't gushed too much about the sprites because I've been too busy gushing about Knights in the Nightmare and Depth Heaven. And Roy also is, like, lacking pretty severely. What we're gonna do right now is gonna give him this energy ring. We're also gonna heal him. And we're gonna just pump Roy with stats, if anything. Sting's artwork, if you look at any of their games, any of their Depth Heaven games, the artwork is so pretty. I think after I finish this, if we're still all chatting and talking, I might just pull up images from Knights in the Nightmare, because I think the best way to say is that, like, the art in that game is just so elegant. It's just so pretty looking. I don't know how they did it, like, how they made it look so smooth. Let's see here. Is Gant's Lance ranged? This is not a ranged, but it has really nice might. So, the issue here... we have to take out one of these mercenaries at the very least. 17, 13... Can I do 14 damage? Yeah, we can dogpile this guy. Get him. Because this is like... You don't want to turtle in this game too hard, because, again, a lot of characters can die in 2 hits. So you have to, like, make those choices sometimes where you have to actually be, like, hyper-aggressive. Because if you leave more than, like... Y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw that number? That hit rate was 88%? And I swear, this game is trolling me. Can I, like, get... Can I please? Please stop getting trolled by these hit rates. Okay. Alright, you know what? I'll take it. I think Roy dies here, though. 18, 18... He takes 20 damage, so Roy still lives with 15 HP. Roy still lives with, like, 5 HP. Ooh, but the forest? Yeah! I love, like, how he stabs. It feels like so, like... He just injects you with his sword. Like, everyone else, like, stabs, he just, like, he thrusts that into you, like, with some pretty heavy force. Alright. This guy really thinks he can hide in the trees. You still have a 23% hit rate, and I have 97%. You just barely make it so that I have a mild chance to not hit you. Yeah, these forests are helping a lot, though. For me, not for that brigand. This is so much harder now, though, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 combat units. Oh, yeah, I can't argue with that. Vanillaware games are breathtaking to look at. Like, their art style, like, it looks like everything was just painted. Like 13 Sentinels, and Odin Sphere, and Muramasa. I think it was called Muramasa, the Demon Blade. But yeah, all those games are just so gorgeous. I need to play them. I have not played a single Vanillaware game, despite, like, always seeing those games and be like, wow, that's really pretty, I should play that. No, it doesn't play the game. That's basically how it is. Alright, so now, how do I take care of all these guys? Rucker. I have 5 uses on the Killing Edge left. Alright. I've never played Princess Crown. I don't know what it looks like. Alright, Diak I don't want to get counterattack because I need to make sure that he doesn't die. And then I think Roy can take care of the mercenary. Or we could have Roy and Wolt do this? Yes. Don't miss this time. There we go. God, really need more skill level ups to avoid that. 92, 97. I can risk the 92. Quote unquote risk. God, if I miss a 92, I deserve to get hit. Alright, Rucker can take out this axe guy with pretty much no fear of repercussion. And let's see. Yes. Oh, this game likes to troll me with things like that, though. You always get the critical hit when you don't need the critical hit. And it's just so rude. And you know that burned a good level up point. But we still got strength and speed, so I can't be too upset about that. And let's just walk forward here. Have I considered... So... I've been meaning to play Bravely Default, but my problem, the reason why I haven't picked it up yet, I think my brother had a copy of it, and I wanted to play his copy, but he lent it, and I think we have it back, but I just never remember to ask for it back. And that's why I haven't played Bravely Default. It's a series I've been meaning to play, because I really liked Octopath. I'm gonna buy a couple of these, actually. And also, like, Bravely Default has really nice music. And that's, like, a big draw for me. Like, when a boss fight has good music, really gets me going. Like how that crit gets me going. That's what we like to see. Rucker doing the backflips. He's gonna get promoted in no time. And this... Is Merlin just gonna just get doubled? I don't know if he has the speed to not get doubled. Yeah! Merlin is gonna be taking the most L's this playthrough, because he's the only character capable of taking the most L's. Oh, he went onto the mountain! Which gives you Mondo Avoid. Now there's a... Run! We're running. Oh, Sylvan, thank you! Thank you for the resubscription for the 2 months. I very much appreciate it. I hope you're having a good day. It's always so strange to me when seeing that 2 months, but I'm very thankful. I always appreciate it. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest, what I like the most about it's not even the time that makes me happy, it's seeing the sub badges appear in the chat. Because Nelavaki did a very, very, very great job with them, and I just love seeing them change over time. Am I gonna get hit here? Ouch! Yeah, it's just so interesting, like, to see, like, those change over time, seeing, like, the people who have been there for a long time, seeing the people, like, I don't know, just seeing those change. A little army of monocles, exactly. Seemed it'll be a rainbow of monocles. I really need some more. I can't believe I didn't remember to buy more bows. That was a big problem on my end. We're gonna use a wind edge here. Look at that. For the little damage it does, or for how much of that animation happens, it feels like it should do more than just 11 damage. Okay, so we're gonna Iron Sword this guy. Diak is pretty much going to wipe out any brigand that comes close to him, though just to be careful. Yeah. So we're gonna go down here. 22, 22, 23. It's a pain of paper cuts. So, chat. This Axeman has a 30% hit rate. And if Diak gets hit by 3 of these Axemen, he dies. Do I take the chance? Wait, I can just heal him. I was gonna have us all consider whether or not I was gonna be that unlucky, but we can just heal. We have the timing for this. And so, just bonk this guy with a sword. Look at that. Look at how big that sword that comes out of his... He got hit! He got hit! I was right to heal! Like, I think it's interesting that the hero... The concept of the hero class is still largely intact in the series. Like, typical jack-of-all-trades swordsman with a sword and shield. And how, like, the sword and shield in this game was, like, they were built into each other. The sword was sheathed inside the shield, which I think is really cool design. And like how in later games it's just, they have like the smaller shield on their wrist because I think what it was that like it's hard to like express the shield on the arm kind of idea on a sprite like this, so they just basically gave them this giant like, I wouldn't say a tower shield, I think a tower shield is taller, but like, look how big that thing is! You can use that thing as a surfboard! Alright. But we're getting chased now. This is the hard part of the chapter. Iron Axe and Javelin. So, how much damage does he do to me? 12 damage with the Iron Axe. Javelin's probably going to do a similar amount of damage. Let's run. This guy has a Steel Axe. So we're going to use Rucker to sort of draw the aggro for this one. And we have to rotate down. So now the problem is, we need this hand axe. Let me trade this hand axe here. And the range here, okay, so we need to be able to go, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can do some rescue shenanigans here. I'm gonna swap these out. And then I think I can rescue with Alan. I think that's what we're gonna do. We get this heal out. Diak uses the hand axe to take out the mage. He just has so many units to deal with. That's all level up. So let's see. This guy, he doesn't one-shot anyway. This is a little scary. Does any of these other guys have hand axes? That's the next question. No. Diak should be fine to clear the mage, because the mage is a real big problem here. Oh wait, I didn't do the math right! The risk I took was calculated, but man, am I bad at math! No, that's... This could be really bad. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say this place is at kind of awful. Kind of incredibly terrifying. And, you know, they don't call me the famed genius for... Oh, good, 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 good. We scared him off. We scared him off like a little pest he is. I think because sometimes when enemy units get taken down to a low amount of HP, they want to retreat to a fortress to heal. That's good, that's good. Wait, I lost my men's staff, I just realized, because it was on Marcus who died. This is an uphill battle with all these reinforcements. Ugh! Chad! You have to be a Chad. And not take half your HP in one hit. Like, look at this. Look at this! There's no same turn reinforcement, but there are a ton of reinforcements. There's just so many of them. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. If Diek can bait every single one of these axemen out, this mage is not going to aggress because he's at 1 HP. We take this guy out with our last use of the iron bow. That's calculated. That's very calculated. Then Diek, we just have to carve the way. If we can get close enough that we can just one-round the boss of this map, we should be able to end this rather painlessly. I also need to get a vulnerary onto Chad. Boy, this sure is a sticky situation. We're gonna run down here. Yeah, so the thing about these reinforcements is that, like, they're sort of like your warning to, as they say, get the hell out of here. And they're doing a pretty good job of reminding me that I need to not be here. Let's see, where do I position him? Let's see. We'll trade. And then Roy can go over here. I don't think he's gonna one-round anything. And he has a pretty fat HP bar. 35 HP is nothing to sneeze at. I hate you so much. You have 1 HP. What right do you have to be aggressing on me like this? Anyway. But yeah, Diek is gonna wipe these guys all out. Just take a couple of swings. And these long enemy phases, where you do a lot of fights with the same unit over and over again, as much as I love the sprite animation, it'll get tiring after a bit. Excuse me? Excuse me? 27%? Hello? It's like this game is throwing every single bad hit rate, every unfortunate chance, and telling me just deal with it. Oh, that's the Silver Sword Mercenary. He's so strong! And Diek can't even double him! Being this low on ranged units is very bad. I get doubled here, I think. Because... oh, no, I don't get doubled, which is good. The game won't help you anymore. How do I get out of here? Who has the hand axe? Diek has a hand axe. We have a wind edge. Let's do this. We need a breakthrough. Hit and get wrecked modifier. I'm getting trolled! I'm actually just getting trolled! What is happening? I keep on missing these 80%! What is happening? Why is this game acting like this to me? What did I do wrong? Oh, does this guy have a hand axe? Was I looking? Okay, wait, that's actually not that big of a deal. We're gonna put Roy over here. Pop a vulnerary. Go over here. This is really, really unfavorable, I would say. There were a lot of unfortunate things that have happened so far this chapter. And I feel like it's all snowballed from the fact that, I lost a lot of units earlier. I think we should be able to live, though. I hate this guy specifically. This guy who had just enough HP to not die to a double hand axe. Yeah, there we go. There's no way clearing gets doubled by anything, so it's free. And that means that he doesn't have the killer axe anymore. Yeah, that's what I thought. And this too. This is an updated animation, because usually the thief animation doesn't look that smooth. Like, it's less fluid the way the axe or the way the knife goes. Ooh, very nice. We actually get a. I'm like this game has made me scared of like 50% hit rates now. Before I was like, yeah, that's not gonna hit. Now I have to pray for it to not hit. Chad, please dodge. Please dodge. Yes. Throw your little boy knife. All right. This isn't bad. This isn't bad. This is doable. This is doable. The first thing we need to do. Lance takes this guy out. He doesn't do too much damage, but we can use him to clear this mage. And now that he's cleared out, we don't have to worry about any more units in the bottom. We can just all funnel downwards. Diek. Iron Sword. We can do 14 damage to him. How much does Killing Edge do? 14 times 3. And then 8 times 2. This is probably the most reasonable approach. If he gets the crit, we can finish the map because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Roy has 7 movement for some reason in this mod. Please. That's okay. You can crit when you want to crit. Hate this game. How does Chad do? He does 6 damage. Can I rescue? No, I can't rescue. Let's see. Diek does 14 with that. 14. We don't have enough damage. Wait, unless... Behold! What the f... That's actually just disgusting. These are some... Wait, can you crit? If he crits, that would be really funny. Okay. My condolences. I mean, my condolences. Yeah. 14, 10. The only other hope that we have is... Wait, let me just see something here. I can't rescue Wade either. So this is the point where I pray. There are... If we think about the universe, like, the amount of universes in the world, there's a 1 out of 10 universes where I don't let Wade die. This is not one of those 10... What? You know, I hate this game. I hate this game. I absolutely detest this game. Watch this. He's gonna kill our axe crit. We're gonna hear the brigand screech. Oh, wait, what? Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Chad is being a Chad. And, you know, I appreciate that. Giddy. And I guess Dia can get some Mark 3 XP too. That's always very nice. You know, we were able to avoid any further casualties, which I personally think, is a victory. I think that's a victory for Elliot Ambers today. The fact that we did not lose any more units. So now... Do I want to use Chad for this? Oh, I already rescued Rutger, so I have to use Chad for this. How does it feel to die to just Chad of all characters? The virgin Chad. Of all characters. Alright. We made it far enough to get to see a battle prep screen. We made it this far. So now, the question is, can I beat Chapter 6 this time? I have 9 units. This is 3 units less than I did last time. He's stealing lives is what he's stealing. Now that we're here, I can actually equip items. Alright, let's see. Trade. We're taking the Iron Sword. We need that on him. Roy has every item that he needs. Gant's Lance is going to go on the only guy who can use it. We have 1 Lance user and 1 Axe user left. Oh no, we have 2 Axe users left. And then transfer, we can take a Hand Axe. And transfer, take another Hand Axe. And then Halberd, Hammer, Wool. I don't have any bows because I keep on forgetting to buy bows because my brain is big. Iron Sword, Gant's Lance. Yeah, this is pretty much the extent of my supplies. Alright, everyone. Oh, we also have to trade. Due to our lack of healers, we will trade these around. Ooh, Javelin. Now that our items can be adequately placed in the right areas, we will now fight. We have 11 units total here. And Kath is going to appear in the bottom right corner, so we're going to leave Roy in this area here. Like so. Just pop him open. I actually think this time my approach... Oh, look at that! Look at his spins! He critted! This time around, I think I'm gonna try to keep everyone grouped together this time. Last time, this is a chapter where we wiped. But I think if I take a more methodical, slower approach here, if I go choke point by choke point, I think that might be the key. I also need to find Sue, who I think is in the top left corner, which is gonna make this a little challenging. So we'll see. Will this be where I fall for a second time? Will this be the chapter that filters me again? Possibly. Is it because I'm bad? Probably. But I'm not giving up. Also, Dorothy, give me your stuff. Thankfully, despite the fact I didn't buy any bows, I can take this killer bow from Dorothy, which is nice. And Wolt can almost promote, too. Wolt is... If we look at their stats, they're both level 8. 8, 13, 13. Wolt is going to be doubling more often. So despite the fact that she has 4 more strength, which is very good, Wolt... Wolt doubles her. So I guess... If you think about it, there's a couple units, like Wolt's gonna double this fighter, but she won't. These mages are gonna get doubled by Wolt, and so on. So yeah, it's more useful. And then we have Saul, who has Rescue Staff, which is going to be good because it's going to be like a bootleg bootleg teleport for us, but bootleg warp. Being able to fly units across the map is very useful. Alright, this guy's 13 speed to Lance's 13 speed. They're the same. Iron Blade. We're going to bait out with the Gant's Lance. Gant's Lance. Gant's. Yeah, Sue's on the top left in that box over there. So we need to, like, wrap around while also talking to Kath so that she doesn't sabotage this entire map for me. That's what happened last time, is that Kath appeared, opened some doors, and let all the enemies out. Not very good for me. Very loved an Effie. I don't know what Rescue does in Final Fantasy XIV. What does it do? Is it bad? Does it troll your party member? Ooh! Look at that. The deep sigh before whirling that MF thing around. Alright, and then Biek. The lance here we can take. Oh, this lance is very strong. There's so much power loaded into it. We'll take this guy out. Ooh! Getting all these crits. Just getting trolled by your healer. You can cast a spell like that off a ledge? That seems mildly irresponsible. That seems more like just a really good way to be rude to a party member. Alright, this guy has 18 damage, so I don't want to mess with that necessarily. These mages are a little terrifying. I need to see who has the proper res stat to deal with this. 6, 2. We're just gonna run away from them. Oh, this didn't work out as the way I was hoping for it to. This also works though, I think. Unless, like, Walt turbo kills everything, and then I cry. This should be fine. How does Rucker do here? He dies to 2 of these guys. We need to, like, let them get to us first. This positioning is kind of unfortunate. We're gonna do this. I'm not sure how this turn goes out. Okay, cool, cool. They just blocked it for us. Oh, what's happening? I think Wolt just dies here because he's gonna double both of these guys. At least I didn't put the Orion's Bolt on him, right? This is not great. Can I get one dodge? Can I get a dodge? I hate this game. I hate this game so much. Your units just die in 2 hits to anything. We killed one of the mages though, so that makes this middle area a lot easier to deal with. Alright, why are you built into the wall? Anyway. Is she just gonna hit Roy? Because she has 18 and 17. So, like, she, like, brutalizes Roy. I don't want to use a rescue staff for this, though. I'm gonna trust the AI, which I think is a mistake. Hand axe. Ooh, wait, this is nice. Yeah, I think focusing on this middle area is important. I don't think we get the enemy spawn until after the following turn. So if we can take these guys out now... Dorothy can't kill these guys. That's disappointing. Okay, this guy. These guys. She can't crit, which is disappointing. But she can do some good damage at the very least. Doing whatever damage we can at the very least. There we go. And then we need to bust those armors. But DX on the other side of the map. And Wind Edge does not do magic damage to these guys, which is also disappointing. Let's see. Gant's Lance doesn't do enough damage here. We have our hand axe here. 16 times 2. I detest you. You are awful. Got it. These 66s, these 60%s, I know I should be expecting to get hit by them, but it really is disappointing that I'm getting hit by them. 12 times 2. Let's see. Yeah, she only has an iron sword. I don't know if she just leaves. I'm gonna heal Roy. Watch, Roy's gonna get crit by Kath, and it's gonna be really funny, and that'll be the end of the run. That's like sort of what the current forecast is right now. Alright, let's take this guy out with the iron sword. We're not gonna kill him, but we're gonna do most of his life bar. And let's see what kind of level up Lance gets. That's nice. He now has strength, skill, speed, all double digits, which I can always appreciate. Okay, and then Rucker... Wait. 24 HP? No problem. My brain is big for this one. You guys aren't ready for this move. I actually went way too fast thinking that this would be completely fine. That's not fine at all. You know, I think this is what they call throwing, actually. But hey, I can promote Rucker if he doesn't die next turn. Let's do this. Merlinus meat shield, Merlinus meat shield. Ow. So, I definitely could have done way better there. 69 dodge. Yeah, we finally get a 69 dodge! Watch this, doesn't die! Gets the 5% crit when we don't need it. And that other guy has a javelin, so there's no way he's gonna kill me. No chance. We're living, fellas. Shut the hell up. Finally, I get a cool dodge in my favor. Okay, cool. Kath just kind of ignores me now. Very good. Let's see. 17 times 2. We want to heal. We're gonna make a heal train here. Heal Chlorine and then heal Rucker. We're gonna swap that Mend so that we get the maximum heal. The fat heals. Big HP heals. Oh, and he has a Guiding Ring too, that's nice. If I had units that were close enough to level 10 to use them. I hate it here. I used heal instead of Mend, didn't I? Alright, and then... Wade. Yeah, surprising, right? We didn't lose a single unit. We're at a very severe disadvantage at this map because we're supposed to have, I think, 12 units to take in. 12 or 13, and we took in 9 because everyone else is dead. But we didn't lose anyone. So what's good about this positioning here is that now... Wait, how does this do? 65 hits still? We're gonna use Dorothy to weaken, actually. Because Dorothy isn't really in any danger. Rucker's gonna have to go through the middle room. What made this hard before was when I went through this last time, I split my forces in two, and I didn't take care of any of these middle enemies. But now that the middle is clear, once the reinforcements spawn, I can just run... Dad of Chad! Dad of Chad? We got Chad right here! It's your son! He's actually kicking ass right now. It's really weird. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you could join us tonight. How was your day going? We're doing pretty well here. Yeah, we could do this. Let's position over here. And we're gonna... Wait, where are my vulneries? Chad. And we walk up forward, and we pop one of these Capri Suns. You know, pop a juice pack, so pop a High C, Roaring Waters. Just get some Tropical Punch. And then here, 35 to HP. This is 21 HP to 15. Yeah, Javelins don't do too much damage, so I'm not too worried about them. Ooh, they're walking at me now, though. Ooh, and we dodge another 62%! These 60% are nothing! Oh wait, and assassins can level and promote in this game, I just remembered. So there actually is a reason to be promoting, or to be training Chad, which is good. This isn't wasted EXP. Ooh. Dark Magic has such satisfying sound effects. But also killing these dudes has a satisfying sound to it. Where is she going? I hope she at least opens up Sue's room. At the very least, give me that. Okay, so here... The problem is... Wait a second, I can just throw stuff at you. We just want to make sure that... Okay, that's going to be bad because I don't want... I don't want to put Chad in a position where he throws something and then gets blown up by a mage. Getting blown up by a mage is absolutely NG. No good. We don't want to get blown up by mages. But, let's see, 21... Let's see, we just need to walk forward here. We don't have any door keys. Cat, right? I'm kind of sad that they still made it really hard to recruit her. She's a level 5 rogue, which is wild. And they give her a new portrait too, which is really pretty. Let's see. So what's my plan here? Okay. I know that there's chests in this top right room. So I'm going to, not yet, but next turn, I'm going to rescue Chad. And then hopefully we can get some... Wait, where's my staves? Oh, I'm a fool, but that's okay. We will take care of this guy, Wind Edge. Yeah, Wind Edge should be good. Just take that guy out. And we'll put... I think both Rucker and Chad are in range at this point, so that should be fine. We should be able to pull out this axe guy. We'll put Merlinus to the side over here. Chad over here, just to ensure that we can get closer to this door here, on the right. And... Do I have a Vulnerary? Yes, we'll pop a Vulnerary for full HP. Don't want to take any more risks than we have to. I think next turn they're going to get... The reinforcements will spawn here, which I really, really don't want to deal with. Oh, he has no hand axe. She's just running through the middle. Oh, cool, cool, cool. I wonder what triggers the reinforcements. I wonder if it's opening the doors or entering the throne room, maybe. Right, if I do this... I'll wait one more turn to rescue Saul, to use the rescue staff. I actually haven't read a lot of the supports in this game, but it sounds like it could be cool because, you know, Chad had his upbringing with the orphanage, Kath has her upbringing stealing from the rich. So both of them being thieves seems like they would have a pretty good dynamic. Though I don't really know like how they interact, if it's like a clash on their personalities for why they went about thieving or anything like that. For how much I love Fire Emblem 7, I actually don't know much about the characters in Fire Emblem 6. I glossed over a lot of the story. Alright, Eek we have at 27 HP. We will push forward here, and we're going to pull out one of the mages. We're going to use this, and we will go forward. For me, my favorite pair in the entire series, I would say... Yeah, it is easy to miss a lot, because unless you, like, go out of your way to read the supports, like, online, like, no one casually is gonna unlock all the supports their first playthrough, because this isn't Awakening or Three Houses or Fates where you can get up to A support with everyone and there's just save and reload whenever you get each new S support. You have to commit to 5 supports per character. And that's not a lot, considering some characters have way more than 5 supports. Yeah, my favorite one, and this is because I just played the game a lot as a kid and I like these two characters a lot. My favorite pair was always Urk and Sarah, even though, like, that's, like, the uncommon pairing, I think. Everyone always pairs up Urk with Priscilla. But, that was my favorite one. Chad and Luke, yeah. Chad and Luke are just cute, you know? They're just 2 friends from the orphanage trying to look for their 3rd brother. Chad and Ellen sounds it could be nice. Because, you know, like, kind priestly woman, and then this kid who just has nothing. Just the orphanage. You know, I'm dumb, but even I can realize that saving the 1 extra turn to get to this door probably isn't worth it. I almost just used one of my 3 rescue staves that I'll probably need for a guidance chapter there. Lucina Spider-Man. I thought he was like Batman. I think you're talking about Jerome, right? I always saw him more like a Batman kind of character. Wait. I'm running low on vulneries. Dorothy. Do I have vulnerary here? Yeah, we can vulnerary here. Do I have anyone with a vulnerary that can walk one range out of this? Yes. We will pull this. Trade vulnerary. Pop that stuff. Drink my sports drink. Get that Powerade. Chad and Kath is like Matthew and Sarah. That's an interesting dynamic. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, actually. That's also a fun pairing. I don't see it, like, as romantic as I see it, like, them being bros. But Sarah's too dumb. But she's, like, dumb, but she knows, like, you know, he's grieving over the entire thing with Layla. Oh, geez, there they are! There they are, guys, there they are! I do not have much time. And I need to get... I think I'm just gonna skip the chests. I think I have to skip the chests, rescue Roy, after I pick up Sue. I think that is the optimal pathing. Thankfully, Roy has that 7 movement. And Chad here is gonna take some damage. But we need to talk to Sue. I think there's 2 characters we get here. You get Sue, and I think you get someone else as well. I could be wrong, though. But this is scary. Though if I just calm down about it, it's only 9 enemies. It's only 13 new enemies along with every other enemy on the field. I need my Tom... Are you talking about Echidna? Because that is some good taste. You ever just feel like, you know, you're ready and raring to go, and you're so close to the end of the chapter, and then Intelligent Systems, or no, not Intelligent Systems, Brunhilde just throws all those reinforcements at you. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. So we can get Sue next turn. And then here, so what this looks like, Steel Lance, we need to use a lance here. So this guy's a steel sword. We're gonna move out of the way, get the hell out of here. Chad and Ellen support. Let me actually do this. Trade. Me. Ooh. And we're back, we're back, we're back, we're back, we're back, we're back. I didn't do anything, I just moved some units around. Twitch, please, why do this to me? Oh, there we go. Okay, so this guy here could mess me up. Let's see. There's 9 reinforcements here. There's no way Chad's getting doubled by this guy, so he's just gonna knife him. Actually, I think he doubles him. Yeah! Double that mercenary. Show him who's boss. This is actually really bad, because Sue doesn't actually come with any weapons, I don't think. Halberd. I missed. Oh, God. I can't be upset about that one. That was a 67% hit chance. But that hurts. Not being able to whittle down the forces when we're gonna get pincered on 2 sides. Uh-oh. 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 This doesn't look good. Wade is going to get turned into fried chicken. Ooh. Merlinus is taking some hits. They also made the soldiers look a lot more menacing in this. I really messed up this time. Like, there's no way for me to rush this. Oh, this is some harsh. This is harsh. Oh, she comes with an iron bow. Thank goodness. We need all the firepower we can get here, honestly. Oh my god. Like, despite the fact that I'm still folding on this chapter, I think I put up a better fight than I did last time. I wonder if it's an endless wave from the top, because that would be really annoying. So Dorothy can take care of this guy. But what makes this hard is now that these archers are here, we kind of just get exploded. We kind of just explode. I think this might be where we die. And I think I could beat this chapter. I think if I had more units, I could. But that requires me to play better many, many, many chapters ago. Oh, Gant's Lance is putting in the work, though. That's not bad, that's not bad. Let's try this, let's try... I think... if Deke takes this guy with the hand axe, we can't kill him. We need to use Iron Blade. But then that means we lose Weapon Triangle to 3 of those guys. Let's see, let's see. It's tricky here. Lance Coin has been inclining this run compared to the last run. It's actually pretty impressive how much better he is. Armor Slayer. Did I trade? No, did not. Let's do this. Can I attack with the Wind Edge to do 2 damage? Every little bit counts! Look at that crit! That 6 damage critical hit! Okay. Look at... You know, I think the saddest thing is seeing all these level ups and realizing that none of it means anything. Wait, can I rescue Roy? Did I just throw? I think I just threw. Looks like the mouse land cube. I think I might have just thrown. I was hoping Roy would get ported to the left side of Saul and not the top of him, but I think we just threw. Like a mouse land cube. Yeah, there were a lot of reinforcements. I think the better choice, I think, should have been to play downwards and let the archers from the top sort of chase us. I think that's really how, like, the most reasonable way to deal with all these enemies. I think I once again panicked and tried to go a little bit too fast. Jesus, he just took 17 damage at once. I feel like that's the way this game makes you play, is like exactly to where the enemies will overwhelm me the least. It's like, I feel like fast play here is going to be really hard with these conditions. I dodged all those 60%, but not the 55. Oh, and that means the gates are open. As a wise man once said, "D gates! Gates are open! Stop the ports!" That's a throwback from classic League of Legends Twitch streamer Trick2G. Yeah, this is looking pretty bad. We have come full circle. You know, it doesn't feel like it was much easier than Maniac Mode. Roy is getting lit on fire. Roy just hit level 10, you know? We can promote him with the Knight's Crest that we don't have. Wait. Oh, we can still get hit. Roy? Yeah, that's it. I let you all down, everyone. That was my fastest Iron Man, you know? Three streams to go through 2 attempts. That's okay. I think it was fun to try it out. I still think that it was enjoyable, you know? I think it's actually funnier this way. To see the attempts at something that is a little bit above my level. But that just means the next time I play a strategy RPG, we'll be moving on to a blind playthrough of Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm excited to try it out and see how it is on stream. I'm not sure if I'll stream my entire journey, or maybe I'll do like a spotlight on it, like to see how I like the game and the mechanics and everything. I'm familiar with like Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced in A2, so it'll be interesting to see how much different they are. But yeah. Ooh, I did want to show this though, because we were talking about it earlier, and I think it would be really cool to bring it up. Let me just open up this window here. Because we were talking about some games earlier, and this isn't a very commonly heard of game, and I just wanted to show a screenshot, because I don't think even a screenshot can particularly well articulate how bonkers this game looks. So I'm going to switch to this because it's a better looking window. So for those of you who have heard of the game Nights in the Nightmare, it's a very interesting strategy RPG. It looks like an isometric strategy RPG, but like, let's go on Google Images here. Let me pull up my Google Chrome. Where is it? Do I not have a source for this? Let's open up a new source here. Browser source. And then Chrome. Find the one with the most bullets. Yeah, right? Let me see. Oh, URL. Oh, this is URL. This is wrong, incorrect. I don't need this. It's like the concept of mixing bullet hell with strategy RPG is just so fascinating, and it's definitely something I actually do want to talk about, because I think the game filtered a lot of people for having what was, I think, like a 5 to 10 hour tutorial with like 4 pages worth of tutorial, which would pretty much scare most people away. So yeah, here we go. This is what it looks like. We'll see the Google Images here. Like, you can see here, you can see like these outlines. It's so hard to like even parse this image just from the screenshot here. This was on the PSP and on the DS. The DS it played a lot more sensibly because you'd move it like using the touchscreen. You could see like this here. This is your wisp. Oh wait, I have a pointer. You could see that this, let me take this off this. This was the character that you moved around. This wisp here. And you can see that you have characters like here, these silhouettes here. You have to fly around to each of these silhouettes, and you hover over them, you hold the A button, and fly backwards in a direction. And you had to not get hit by bullets while you were charging up their attack while you hovered over them. And then they would attack monsters and stuff. This is a boss enemy, so you can see you just had to hit a boss until its HP ran out. But let me see if I could find one of a regular fight. Yeah, this. So the way this game works, and I think it'd be fascinating to showcase this. So you can see on the left, there's like this attack bar where like this told you when each enemy was going to shoot out some bullets, and obviously, like in a Toho game, you want to avoid the bullets or graze them to get extra points. I think. So how does the hitbox work? So if you've played games like Toho before, or if you haven't, usually in these kind of shoot 'em ups, there's like a very small, like not very big hitbox. Like it'd be essentially like it would be a singular, simple, like triangular, square-shaped polygon, and or like it'd be like a circle shape. So the wisp itself here, if any bullets entered this circle that isn't your main white dot, you would get extra points. I think it would increase your MP. I forget what it would increase. It would like give you stat boosts essentially, or make you do more damage. And so what it is if you see this 4 victory, you can see there's 14 blank lines, or 14 or 16 lines. It's a 4x4. These are the health bars of the active enemies. And so essentially, this timer here represents how much time you had to fight, and time only depletes if you either take damage or charge up an attack. So it's like this really interesting thing of like, if you get hit, you don't die, but you run out of time, and you only have a set amount of rounds in order to win. And victory in a battle is based on getting a horizontal, vertical, or diagonal line across this board like bingo. So the game is very, very, very unique. It's very like, I can't think of a single game that is like this. But it's just the fact that it's so unique and it has so many systems, as Sting likes to do, made it really hard to get into this, but it's something that I definitely want to get back to because I never beat the game actually because in true JRPG fashion, they had this like true ending requirement that was locked behind like you have to break a specific piece of environment in a specific chapter midway through the game, not near the end of the game, but like midway through the game. And if you miss it, there's no way to go back to that chapter, and you're locked out of the true ending forever. And I kept that in mind so hard when I was playing the game because I knew that where to get the true ending. But then I got to that chapter and forgot because I was too busy actually playing the game. But yeah, it's like this is like the most unique strategy RPG that I've ever played. And also, I want to talk about one that's slightly more known in the same series, Yggdra Union. Because I want to see if I could find a video like or picture here. So you can see here the picture looks like Fire Emblem-esque. You see it's on tiles. Yes, I think like a Depth Heaven spotlight would be interesting to go over some of the games here. Like here, you could see like the map isn't as free as Fire Emblem. They pretty clearly highlight where you can go. You can see they selected a card that has 12 move. So with your 4 units, you could travel a total of 12 spaces. And the maps are small. It's not like Fire Emblem where you have like big like 20 by 20 maps. So the point is like the subtitle of the game is Yggdra Union will never fight alone. So you have to keep all your units together, like grouped up. I want to see if I could find a screenshot that shows like right before you're about to fight someone. Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is what it is. This is like the big gimmick of Yggdra Union. This is what sets it off from a lot of other SRPGs. So you can see you have your player character here. You had an enemy unit here. And you could see this highlighted blue cross means that anyone in this T shape would join in with this character in a fight. And I actually want to look up a video of it just so you could see, because the video itself really shows like how the fights work, and also because I want to share the music. The music to this game is incredible. Because like it's not like Fire Emblem where it's like guy hits, other guy hits, and then you just move on. I don't know. I'm afraid to hear like someone's random voice here. So let me just see. I want to see. Let's see. Let's just find a random video here. Let's hope that this Let's Play isn't voiced. Actually, I'm going to assume that any Let's Play is actually already voiced. Union Part 1. Yeah, oh, this is actually perfect. So you could see in this video here, the way it highlighted. So like you could see these units are all grouped together so they can all fight together. And then here, you could see this like cross here because she got attacked. So all these units join in the fight. So watch how this fight actually plays out, because it's a little bit more involved than a Fire Emblem fight is, where one guy attacks, another guy attacks. Watch this. I think it's really interesting. I'll have the music on too. And the sprite work in this game is also gorgeous. Lots of losses cut out here. So they skipped over. So you could see. There's a lot to explain here. So you could see when you engage in combat, the initiator doesn't attack first, and then there's a counterattack. And you can see how big each of your forces is. So I think this is similar to Advance Wars. I think people have made the comparison to. And like you have abilities here. You can see that there's a rock, paper system. The weapon triangle system here is a lot more in-depth than Fire Emblem. And you can see you have like special abilities that you can activate mid-combat, which is also really pretty. Look at that. Formations are a lot more important, yeah. And listen to the guitar! So yeah, the big part here is this passive-aggressive thing, where in battle, obviously they're fighting over time. You're not directly controlling them, but if you hold passive, it charges this meter, but you do less damage and take more damage. Your forces deplete more quickly. If you're aggressive, you can't use your special, but your forces will do more damage while you're in aggressive mode. So it's that trade-off of, do I want to get to use my special, which almost always the answer is yes, or am I close enough to the end of the battle? Is it really close, and should I just blow out my entire meter in order to get the win out? And the other interesting thing is that unlike Fire Emblem, where when someone loses a battle, they're dead, you'll see here, So you see they went into aggressive mode. They lost. But when you lose, they have this morale bar. That's their actual HP. You don't die until your morale depletes. And there's that EXP. So yeah, it's a very different from like your traditional SRPG fare, and it really showcases like what Sting was going for when they were trying to make a series of like games that go against modern conventions. Their first game was Riviera the Promised Land, which was a little bit more traditional. It didn't actually do anything I would say is notably different. I think one thing that was interesting was that before Persona came out, before a lot of these modern RPGs came out, Riviera was an example of this game came out, I think, in 2004, 2005. And I don't know if I could say it was one of the first like JRPGs, turn-based JRPGs that did this, but it's definitely one of the earlier examples I can think of where it was a Japanese RPG tied in with a dating sim. As you go through this game, you have these 5 girls here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're familiar. That you could build up relationship points with, and it really, I don't think, did anything aside from affect some cutscenes and endings that you can get in the game. But they had these like dating sim elements, and I thought that was like fascinating as a kid. Like, I knew what dating sims were. I'm no stranger to that. But like to have it in like a turn-based JRPG. And the other interesting thing that Riviera did that I would say is different from your typical JRPG is that when you went into fights, you could only pick from 4 items in your inventory. You could see here in this fight, they took these 4 weapons with them. So you have to commit before each fight. Like, you have to consider what your enemies are and like what your character's best weapons are. Usually, your characters have like weapons that they're good at using. Like Lena here was good at using bows, so if you brought her into your party, you'd want to bring 1 bow and arrow. And then if you had like Ein, you'd want to bring in his main sword. It's actually more like a dating sim. Like how Persona is a RPG with life sim and dating sim elements, Riviera, because like you had the dialogue options and you had like specific endings, and like a big part was that. Let me see if I can see any of the scenes here, any of the cuts here. They also did this thing. Sting really had a thing for like bathing scenes for some reason, and I've scrolled past some of them going through this Google search. I don't know why. I thought it was just kind of weird, but like I don't know why they included it. It just seems so. It's like fan service, so like that is what it is. Let me see if I can find some CGs here. But like endings, I thought it was interesting. Like you could see here, like do they have actually any of the scenes here? I don't think so. Yeah, kind of like Agrest. Yeah, yeah. This one. This is one of the examples. Like the cuts. This is one of like the final endings with Fia. Let me see if they have any of the other ones here. It's like weird how I look up the endings and it doesn't show any of them. But yeah, there were like specifically like endings that you get with each girl. And there was like this cool thing where Twitch be nice. There was this thing where the biggest impact that it had was during the final battle. Whichever girl you had the most relationship points with actually gets booted from being selected from your party. They just straight up cannot fight in the final battle, which I thought was pretty interesting. Because usually the character that you put the most relationship points into is the character that you're going to be using the most, is the girl that you're going to probably have in your party the most. So imagine your surprise on that final boss fight where she just gets snatched and you're like, well, there goes my strongest party member. But yeah, it makes me so sad though, because Depth Heaven, as an idea, was very cool. They wanted to make like all these games that had like really different mechanics, and they did play differently. And then they created Gungnir, Sting, and this game. I'm going to be honest. I know every other game was like unparsable, but like I could very easily explain how each of these games worked. This game has so many meters, so many bars, so much information all at once. I don't understand what's going on here. And this was supposed to be like their most ambitious, like unique project here. But honestly, all it did was make me want to play Persona 4 Golden because I had bought that at the same time. Like, you can see they have this, like, timer meter, like, in a traditional, like, strategy RPG, which determines who goes next. Then you have this thing, this tactics bar. I don't remember what the tactics bar was. I think certain, like, maneuvers cost more tactics. And then you just have these enemies here, like a traditional SRPG. You have the Nippon Ichi 3-dimensional chest on your weird isometric battlefield. But I feel like Gungnir, above the other 3 games I mentioned, just got too convoluted. And then after they released Gungnir, I think Sting just gave up on Depth Heaven, which is disappointing because because the numbering system they used, Riviera was Depth Heaven 1. What is it? Yggdrasil Union was Depth Heaven 2. And then Knights in the Nightmare was supposed to be 4. And the third game was supposed to be an MMO that they never released. Yeah, complexity definitely does have its limits. And it's important to, like, try to push the boundaries there. But, like, man, I feel like they dropped the ball there. I also just want to share this because I think the game has really banger fight music. Like, I want to look these tracks up because I want to share this. I don't think I'm going to get copyright struck by Sting for this. Sting, not the band, but the company. But, like, I think another thing that stuck out to me was the battle music. Like, it all sounds really, like, extreme. But, like, despite how... Let's go with this. Let's just go with this list here. Like, this is the arranged version, so... Let's see, not this one. Like this. Like, you see your army running into fight like that, and this, like, sick guitar riff goes in. Like, that's going in! And it's like, that's like the mercenary, like, the sword fighting, like, he fought for the love of his life, and then you realize that he wouldn't save the love of his life fighting for the enemy army. And then he gets this, like, sick guitar solo. And then you get, like, the Mystic Mage. You get, like, the saxophone here. And then, like, he's just a mage who summons, like, golems. He's, like, a rich noble. But, like, the differences in, like, the themes. I wonder if I can find any other themes. And you have, like, Yggdra's theme.
Let's get out there.
That's an ad.
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Yeah, I just love, like, Depth Heaven is, like, definitely, like, I can't say it's, like, my comfort series, but it was, like, one of my favorite series growing up. Yeah, this is the main character's battle theme. And it has this, like, air of, like a fledgling princess's, like, elegance, you know? Like, she's got this, like, big Grand Centurio, this big sword. And wait, let me see if I can find the main protagonist's track. Or the main heroes, as opposed to the main heroine. Because, like, the story is... She is, as they say, the fugitive bearing hope. She's like a princess running away from... who's, like, getting chased out of her capital. And she runs into this, like, thief. Oh, his theme's so good. Like, it screams strategy RPG protagonist. God, I love Yggdrasil Union. And, like, I always thought it was cool how, like, the universes were, like, tied, but not, like, necessarily, like, fully directly tied. Like, they were, like, loose things that they hint at, like, near the end of the games, or, like, subtle, like, nods from, like, certain areas, that you knew that, like, all these areas were related. Visibly vibing. I couldn't find Cruise's theme, though. Let me see. That's, like, one of my favorite ones. There we go. And actually, wait, no. Knowing the community that I'm with here, I do need to share this. Is it Rosary? No, it's not Rosary, it's... So, you know, Ara is a meme, you know, we say it all the time, VTubers say it all the time. I need you to see this. This was the first time that I ever heard the term, and then from there I just, like, saw it pop up a lot, and I was like, huh, I guess it's just a thing that, like, people say. But I want to see if I can find it here. This is a Let's Play. I hope it's not spoken over. No. I just need to see Mistel in a fight, because you need to hear this. I need to share this, if nothing else. Let me see if I can find where she gets used. I can look at this progress bar here and see her name. Pamela the Witch. Oh, he's just using one character this entire time. No, I need to, because it's like ridiculous how hard she aras, and like that was my first introduction to hearing it. I might have to replay it just for that, actually. I'm disappointed that I can't find it. Because really, it's just ridiculous. Like, that's all I can say. And then, like, she says that, and then, like, her, like, win line is, "This is the power of a housewife." Like, I don't think there's, like, any character that, like, aras as hard as this character does. Look at her. Yeah, like, I don't think this game has a single bad track. And then, what I think is especially funny about this character, aside from the fact that she isn't a housewife, that while she's fighting like giant dudes on dragons and saying "ada ada," she's also, because she's a housewife, she lives, she's like the wife of a farmer. She uses a sickle, you know, like a farmer sickle. However, due to the weapon triangle in the game, a sickle is considered as in the same vein as a scythe, and the scythe is what the final, or like one of the big bosses uses, and thus has like weapon triangle priority over most of the weapons in the game. So you really cannot underestimate the power of Housewife. She just destroys everything when you get her. She's just a stupidly solid unit, and I think that's hilarious. That I'm pretty sure she was added to the PSP version, and just yeah. I now have material for a proper RR video. Please no. Yeah, I could just talk about the series for hours. I probably would if I ended up doing like a look back on one of them. But I think now it's time to I think it's time for us to depart. And so, let's look for someone who's online. Let's see who we can go to next. Twitch.tv. Let's see what friends are online. Kono pressure. I don't want to hear this Twitch autoplay. Let's see. Oh, Shady's doing his rating all the tracks in Mario Kart Deluxe. Oh, wait, Roko just on. I wanna raid Roko because he's doing some sprite art and some Q&A, and I want to see the sprites that he's making. I love pixel art. If you guys like pixel art, because I know I like talk a lot about sprite art when I play Fire Emblem, you should definitely give Roko a follow. He's gonna be doing a Q&A stream along with some pixel art. He's gonna be doing a sprite animation actually. So he's gonna make everything from scratch. So I want to send you guys all over to him right now. Bob Rogue! You can't just say that, Reina.
The search for stories is on.
Alright. So, as always, thank you all for coming. I'm glad I was able to spend time with you all today. But class is now dismissed.
I figured if I made that one at 8, I might as well make this one at 8 too.